Hello everybody, Shadow here. Welcome back to Virtue's Last Reward. Last time, well, we went through the GAULEM Bay, and upon opening the door, a strange man with a fancy accent decided to talk to us. Was that you, Luna?
No.
Then, Alice?
You honestly think a voice that coarse could come from a throat as fine as this?
Maybe. Then...
Oh yeah, that was me, mate. Oi, over here.
Sigma, look! What is that?
That's a good question. Hello.
Oh, blimey, that hurts.
Hi.
Ain't right for a fellow's back to feel like this.
Okay. It's a robot.
And it's talking. With an accent.
Right.
Can't help it, Flower. Didn't choose to talk like this, not by half.
Okay.
Now, Alice, darling, do I rightly recollect you characterising my speech as coarse?
Yes.
Why, that's right cruel it is.
Okay.
You really think I asked for this? See,
Who
they
knows?
figured they give us all a,
Sorry.
What you call him,
Trying to process.
personality.
Right.
Some tosser thought they'd give me this one.
Okay.
It ain't right, I tell you.
Right. So, what the hell are you?
Cooper.
If you're a barrel maker, I'm an astronaut.
Right you are, me old son, right you are. Well, go on, have a butcher's, mate. What do I look like to you?
A robot?
you say?
Yes.
Well, nearly there, but they call us GAULEMs round here.
Golem? Oh, I've heard of golems. They're sort of monsters, I guess, from Jewish folklore.
Okay.
They're made from clay, and they look like men. They're supposed to do whatever their master, or a creator, or whatever commands them to do.
I see.
Well, aren't you a clever bird? You are, of course, correct.
Okay.
Golem of myth is a clay creation that moves under its own power.
Right.
Our spellings are might different, though.
Fair.
The original blokes is spelt G-O-L-E-M, but me and me mates are G-A-U-L-E-M.
Correct.
That's an acronym for General Purpose Autonomous Labour Electronic Machine.
I see.
And the truth to tell, it's a bit rubbish when you write it out all like that. But I figure they wanted to make sure they had the golem thing in there, you know?
Yeah.
All us being robots and all.
Right. So, should I just call you Golem?
That don't seem quite kosher. After all of me mates here are golems too.
Right.
I couldn't very well call all of you lot human, could I?
Yeah, no, that'd be weird.
What should we call you then?
Well, we've all got a product ID, and they're unique.
Okay.
I figure that's as good a name as any.
Right.
And your ID is?
GTM-CM-G-OLM.
Whoa.
That's way too long. We can't remember that.
Yeah.
What? You taking a mickey out of me? Never had a problem myself. Right then, let's just use the last bit, shall we?
G-O-L-M? Golem.
Come on, man. That's just Golem.
Well, I'll be buggered. Can't say I ever noticed that before. Sure, it's a strange coincidence, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it was probably on purpose. Alright, Golem. You said Alice Darling a little bit ago, right?
What? A gentleman can't say something nice to a pretty young bird, eh?
No, I don't care if you call her Darling. What I'm saying is, you called her Alice. How did you know her name?
Oh, she ain't the only one of you lot whose name I know.
Okay.
I know who you are, Sigma, and you too, Luna.
Okay.
I'm right familiar with all 9 of you.
Oh my.
How?
You don't know? Oh, they got cameras all over this place.
Oh my.
Well, then again, the lenses aren't much bigger than a screw.
Wow.
And they're all hidden away, so I suppose I can't really blame you for missing them, you know?
Right.
Now, as I was saying, There were these cameras, you see,
Okay.
and all of the data they record gets sent off to the mainframe in real time.
Oh my.
So, I just gave the main core a ring, got those videos, and now I know everything you've done.
I see. I mean, not everything. Then...
Does that mean
You're Zero Junior?
Cool, blimey. Are you bleeding serious? Oh, you gotta be off your box if you think I'm Young Master Zero.
Right.
The Young Master is a right proper AI what supervises all the electronic bits and bobs in this place.
Right. Okay.
My humble self, and those with the misfortune to be like me, are more akin to computer terminals who are merely borrowing a little bit of the central core.
I see. Okay. This is weird. This is always kind of a bit of a surprise when you come across it the first time. It's like, wait. Oh my. So, golems are kind of like Jiro Juniors? What? Okay, so golems are kind of like Zero Junior's servants?
No, not quite, Governor, not quite.
Appendages?
I'd say me and me mates here are more like arms and legs, right?
Okay.
Now, you lot don't have brains in your arms and legs, do you?
No.
of course not?
Right you are, missus. You'd be all sorts of nasty if your elbows and that lumpy bit on your ankle was all packed with brains.
Yeah, that'd be kind of weird.
Well, we're like your arms or legs. The golem's seat of consciousness, so to speak, ain't in the head.
Okay,
Fact of the matter is, it's not anywhere in the body.
I see.
Which makes a fellow wonder, where is it?
In the mainframe?
Right.
Spot on. So that part of me what thinks is in the mainframe. Everything this here body sees and hears and what have you, that all gets sent back there.
Okay.
Then the mainframe does some sort of computery jiggery pokery and comes up
Right.
with some decisions, and those decisions beget commands.
I see. Very fancy.
Now those commands are sent over the wireless like boop boop boop, and eventually my body picks them up.
Okay.
Finally, those commands cause actions what move the various bits in my body.
Right.
That's why this thing's like a computer terminal, you see.
Okay.
The body's
I
just
get
an
ya, I
output
get ya.
device of sorts.
Right.
If we were talking about one of them personal computers here, you could say a golem's kind of like a monitor, right?
Right.
Huh? Oh, wait a minute. Then wouldn't that make you part of Zero Junior?
Well, I suppose you could say that. What with us sharing a mainframe and all.
Right.
But I don't know shit all about this game he's running.
Okay.
That part of the mainframe's locked away from the rest of us.
I see.
I'm an independent core. Zero and I are two different blokes. You recollect what GOLEM stands for, huh? I'm autonomous.
Right. But if that's the case, your hands and feet analogy don't really make sense. My arms and legs aren't autonomous. They don't just move on their own.
You sure, Governor? I watched you cross your arms just now.
Huh?
And now you're frowning and your forehead's getting all wrinkly. Do you do these things on purpose? Well, when you crossed your arms, were you thinking, right then, let's cross them, shall we?
I understand your point.
Curl on down then, mouth. Oh, and eyebrows. I'd be much obliged if you'd squeeze in a bit. There's a good pair of blokes. That's what you was thinking, innit? No? Didn't reckon so. I figure you did all of that subconsciously.
Right.
Ain't no man on earth who says to himself, feeling a mite nervous, I'll just twitch me leg around a bit, you know?
Okay.
Who's thinking real hard about something and says to themselves, well, I think I'll just give the old loaf a scratch, that'll help. How's about when you reach for your tea? When you turn a page in your book?
Right.
Or what about when your eyes just go straight for the pair on that bird you fancy?
Okay.
Yeah, the list goes on, me chums.
Right.
But all of those things are your subconscious at work.
Right.
Now, true, when part of your body does something, it's because your brain said so.
Okay.
But that don't mean your conscious mind is involved.
Right.
Fact is, it can't be. If your brain had to deal with all the piddly bits of living, it'd make you balmy.
Yeah. Yeah, I can get that.
That's how us golems and the young master get along. You got it all sorted now, chums?
Yeah, I think so.
Then you're saying that Zero Junior is the central part of the mainframe, and the golems are like his hands and feet?
Righto.
Yes.
Blimey. Guess I shouldn't be talking about such heavy rubbish, eh? My shoulders are stiff.
I mean, you can talk about whatever you want. You're a robot. How can your shoulders get stiff?
And you said your back hurt earlier. Are you just messing with us?
Who knows?
Yes, I did. And no, I ain't.
Okay. Well, then, care to
My
explain?
back is a right mess, it is. Last maintenance check, they just left me here. I've been on this bed here for years.
Oh my.
The lubricant for me joints is all gummed up. Every time I move, it hurts.
Right.
Why did you wake up again after all this time?
Why do you think, love? 'Cause you lot turned me on, is why. Especially that
Yeah.
other missus over there.
Oh yeah. That button on top of the safe.
Right you are, governor.
Can you come with us then? The others need to see this.
No, I can't, and more's a pity. I can only go as far as this cable here will let me.
Oh darn.
I've got internal batteries, but they're knackered. Matter of fact, that's why I was here for maintenance in the first place.
Okay.
The same goes for these other blokes too.
Right.
Of course, they ain't connected to a power cable like I am, so they aren't going anywhere anytime soon.
Well, that's a shame. I see. So, you weren't going to answer my question?
What question is that?
I asked you how your shoulders can get stiff if you're a robot.
Right, so you did. Not sure why you've got to bug up your arse about that particular issue, though.
Well, I mean, I guess it's not really important, but I'm just curious, I suppose.
Curious, are you?
Yes, actually.
That's a good word, that is. A good, powerful word. The kind of word that will set any robot's heart aflutter.
I see.
Let's get you sorted then, shall we?
Okie doke.
Just lend me your lords and peers for a tick.
Right.
So, how can a robot get stiff shoulders?
Right.
And what does pain mean to a robot?
Yeah?
Tell me, Guff, you ever heard of the Chinese room?
Without waiting for an answer, Gollum launched into his explanation. Oh gosh. Oh no. Now I feel like I have to try the voice. Oh gosh. Give me a second. Hold on. I'm still processing. Somewhere, a pretty young lady is trapped in a tiny room. The door of the room has a slot that a number of Chinese people outside the room can use to slide slips of paper to the girl. On the pieces of paper are questions written, naturally, in Chinese. Unfortunately, the young lady has no idea what the questions say. But then how could she? She's never learned Chinese. Apart from a Hong Kong action movie or two in college, she's never even heard it. So for this unfortunate young lady, each note looks like nothing more than a bunch of strange symbols. Before she was locked up, she was given an order. Specifically, she was told to write an appropriate response to each question she received, and slip that answer back through the slot. Once the Chinese questions began to show up, however, she finds herself at a loss. Oh dear, she says to herself, why I can't read these at all. Whatever am I to do? It is at that moment that she spots a bookshelf. The bookshelf is filled with thick books. Upon examining them, she discovers that they are some sort of Chinese phrase books. They have no explanation of what anything means, but shows Chinese responses to Chinese questions. Am I supposed to use these? The questions keep coming. More and more and more of them. She finds the set of characters that correspond to the set of characters on the paper and carefully writes out the indicated response. How's it going? It's awful. Please get me out of here. Are you hungry? Yes, I am. I haven't eaten anything since breakfast. Here they give her some twice-cooked pork. Are you full? Yes, although I don't think my stomach liked it very much. Do you have a boyfriend? Yes, I'm dating a reggae dancer. What is this? I'm so confused now. When was your first kiss? When I was 14. He was a grade ahead of me in school. Also, sorry the accent is being very inconsistent. What color of underwear are you wearing? Black. What's the first thing you're going to do when you get out of this room? Beat the stuffing out of whoever's sending me these questions with the pan you cooked that twice cooked pork in. All these questions were written in Chinese, and the answers were also written in Chinese. All the young lady did was accurately copy the symbols from the phrase books onto the slips of paper with no idea what any of it meant. Incidentally, she doesn't have a dancer boyfriend. In fact, she never even kissed a boy. Also, she's wearing white underwear. Anyway.
Yes?
That wasn't a good match for his accent, but it was about as close as I could do short term.
Is there any particular reason this girl is, pretty? Or why we need to know what color underwear she's wearing?
That's a good question.
Can't say there is. Just tickles me fancy, I guess. But the
Right.
prettier the bird is, the more fun the story is, isn't it?
Whatever you say. Sigma. Exactly.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Right. Well,
Yeah, that's
what
fair.
I wanted to say was this. All them Chinese blokes outside the room didn't know nothing about them books what she had. So it follows that they would have thought whoever was inside spoke Chinese just like them.
Right.
You see? After all, far as they can tell, they're having a nice little chinway with one of their countrymen.
Right. Okay, interesting. But what does that have to do with your shoulders? Or a robot feeling
You
pain?
Vic, I feel pain when my body's having a spot of bother. Well, hold on, mate, this ain't right. We keep this up and we're buggered. If things go really pear-shaped, we'll be brown bread. So says the central computer to itself, seeing that things are a bit bollocksed.
I
In
see.
the interest of extricating my body from its unpleasant predicament, the mainframe sends out a signal over the wireless, and my software interprets that signal as pain, and I stop doing whatever daft thing I was doing.
I see.
It's the same, innit? Just like the Chinese room.
So you're saying the robots feel pain differently than humans, right?
Use your loaf, missy. You listen to a word I've said. A human feels pain when you do something you shouldn't, like sit your bum down on a tack, right?
Right.
Same thing for us robots. If you feel like being clever about it, there ain't really that much different between a human and a robot.
Okay.
Forget all about that mainframe and signal bollocks, and us golems ain't that different from the bird in the room. So think about it, love. How do you know humans ain't the same, just without all the electronic-y pony, huh?
Okay.
What if, when someone asks you a question, all you're doing is pulling out the right answer from some sort of phrase book in your brain?
Okay.
Ain't no way to prove that, of course, but far as I
Right.
can see, there ain't no reason to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all the same, innit?
Yeah.
If you're actually a thinking creature, or if you're just some kind of language processing machine. All what matters is if the person next to you does what a human ought.
Right.
Looks like a person, acts like a person, and talks like a person, then it's probably a person.
Right.
You want to live a normal life? That's all you need to know.
Indeed. Hey, can I ask you something?
Lay it on me, Governor.
Why'd you stop us?
Ah, right you are, mate. Right you are. Got so carried away I near forgot. Haven't seen anyone for yonks, and I got a mite excited is all.
Right.
Just spit it out.
Right. Well, there was something I wanted to tell you, lot.
Okay.
What was it?
Patience, darling. Now, I know I might look a bit out of sorts at the moment, but I ain't really supposed to.
Okay.
Same thing for the rest of the blokes here.
Right.
Fact is, the reason we look a bit like skeletons is because we are a bit like skeletons.
Okay. I see.
There's this special artificial biological tissue what's called ABT.
Right.
When a golem's all new and shiny, they've got a nice suit of ABT over that metal skeleton.
Interesting.
Makes us look right human, it does. Even feels like real skin, with pores, a little bit of hair, and a few pimples, scars and the like.
I see.
Truth to tell, I doubt you'd be able to tell the real from the fake, even if it was right in front of you.
Oh my.
See,
That
right
impressive,
in
huh?
the middle of...
Oh my.
Command violation. Rogue processes detected.
Oh dear.
Product ID GTMCMGOLM.
He said something he shouldn't have, apparently.
Executing emergency deactivation.
Oh no! He got
Unit
silenced for trying to tell us something.
CMGOLM. Now inactive.
Oh dear.
No other rogue processes detected in additional GAULEM platforms.
Okay.
Returning to surveillance mode.
Okie doke. Did Zero just shut him down?
It looks like it.
Yeah. Damn it.
I
Well,
wonder what he was trying to tell us.
See,
That's a
right
very-
in the middle of...
I like it. Right in the middle of what?
An ambidex gate has been opened.
Ow!
45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
You know it's Dio. What the hell?
Someone on the other team must have opened it.
Shit, why would they do that?
We have to hurry.
Right, let's go. I didn't know. I said it before I knew it was gonna. If I had known it was gonna be on the screen, I would have said it in a normal inflection, not my stupid inflection. Of course. It always happens. Okay, not always. If it always happened, I'd be saying the line. I would have this script memorized and I'd be saying the line before it happens. But still, it happens fairly frequently. Okay, let's run. Dio, do we need to punch you in the face? Hello? Dio? We pushed through the magenta door and ran into the warehouse. I feel like pushing through the magenta door would not do you much good, considering it rises upwards, not out like a normal door. There stood Phi, Dio, and K. Hey! What the hell, guys?
Why did you open the AB gate before everyone got back?
I apologize. We only turned away for a moment.
Dio opened it.
You got a problem with that?
Of course we do.
Why? I don't remember us all promising we wouldn't open the thing until everyone showed up.
And here's where we pulled out the other rules. This isn't about promises. Are you stupid or just an asshole?
Probably both.
I was gonna say.
We were able to get back here in time. But what about the others? Tenmyoji, Quark, and Clover are still out there somewhere.
Right?
What were you planning to do if they didn't get back in time?
Nothing. Why would I have to do anything? Didn't you hear the voice? Anybody who doesn't get back in time to vote just gets their vote automatically set to ally.
Right.
Pretty straightforward to me. So what if they don't get back in time? They'll all get set to ally and all three of them will get 2 BP. Sounds like a sweet deal to me. Tenmyoji's
not
only got 1
necessarily.
BP. I figure he'll be pretty happy to get 2 more. And that'll put Quark and Clover up close to 9. So that's not too bad for them either. In other words, they ought to be thanking me.
About that. Didn't you guys find a note?
What? What's this?
We found it in our safe. Read it.
Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option.
I love that it just becomes various different people reading this note, and it's just like, oh, we have to read the pun now.
Both parties refuse to vote. then every bunny gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote. What the hell, man? This wasn't in our room. Back me up here, guys.
He's right.
There was no such note in our safe.
Oh, well, damn. That's a bummer. I'd never have opened the gate if I'd known about this.
Sure. Like I believe you. Really?
Of course.
I'm worried about the others. If time runs out,
They'll be penalized, yes.
Indeed.
I know.
Quark is part of that team. Maybe something happened with him.
He seemed a little off before we headed into the chromatic doors.
This is bad.
Yup. Very bad, actually. Hey, wait a minute. Where's Alice? She was here just a minute ago. Oh, great. Now we have to deal with Alice going crazy. Oh, no. Hey, she's over there. It only took me a moment to spot her. She was several yards away and kneeling down to look at something on the floor. What was she looking at? What she was looking at, I couldn't tell. Sorry, not processing how sentences work. I was about to head over and see what was going on when... Whoa. Hey, guys.
Quark! Has Quark been here?
Did something happen to him?
He disappeared.
Disappeared? What do you mean?
He's gone. We can't find him anywhere.
Oh,
When was
dear.
the last time you saw him?
We were heading back here.
Tenmyoji and I went into the lounge, but Quark didn't follow us.
Oh, dear.
Turned around and started calling for him, but
When he didn't respond, we ran back the way we'd come.
And you couldn't find him?
right.
We thought maybe he just hadn't seen us go into the lounge,
So we checked the crew quarters and the infirmary.
Okay.
but he wasn't there either.
That's not great.
All right, we need to split up. If we can't find him in any of the floor A rooms, we'll move to floor B.
Right.
Okay. I need to go tell Alice. You guys go on ahead.
Right. You do that. Break! Alrighty. Now, what's slowly standing? Hey! Quark! Quark! Hello? Anybody? You really gonna make me open every single room? Okay. He's not here. I checked both rooms.
He's not in the other two either. There's no one
Okay,
here.
good. Tenmyoji and Kay are in the lounge, and Dio and Luna should be checking the infirmary.
Right. Okay, let's leave that to them and head to floor B.
Right. Roger Dodger. Okay. Here we go. Hello? Quark? Are you here? Please don't be dead. That would not be appreciated. You went through the red door with Dio and Kay, right?
Yeah, so?
What was on the other side of that
You
door?
want to see it?
Yeah. Maybe Quark went there.
Fine. Follow me.
Okie doke. Okay, the pantry. Nice. This is...
Pantry.
Pantry?
That drawer over there is stuffed with processed food.
I
Isn't half bad, actually.
You ate it?
Yeah. There was some paella, nasi goreng, schnitzel, yukejang, borscht, and tom kha gai.
Wow.
Oh, and I ate the chef's pasta too.
Oh my. That's a lot of food.
Can't help it. I'm a growing girl.
Right. How old are you?
20, I think.
Whoa. Just stop. I don't even know where to start here. 1, by the time you hit 20, you're done growing. 2, you think? You should be old enough to know how old you are. I don't know, man. Sometimes I have to think about how old I am. 3, how on earth are you 20? You look like you're 13 if you're a day. Did I read that right? Okay. Sure. I can't believe you're only 2 years younger than me.
Now that's funny. You must have done a lot of drugs to look like that at 22.
We don't look that bad. Oh, give me a break, you little punk.
Don't call me little. I'm an adult, you dried up asshole.
Right. Ugh. Fine, whatever. So this place has enough food to keep people alive for a few years, huh? Looks like the stuff isn't going to expire anytime soon.
Yeah. The use-by date is about 100 years from now.
Dang. How about water?
There's a tank over there. It looks like they're pulling it out of some kind of well.
Okay. Is it safe?
Well, since Dio isn't rolling around on the floor in agonizing pain, I'm gonna go ahead and assume it's okay.
Okay, nice. You made him drink it to make sure it was
I
safe?
guess you could say that.
So you ate all the food without a second thought, but the water struck you as possibly dangerous.
No, I was careful with the food too. Dio had some of it first, and it seemed fine, so I...
Oh, I almost forgot.
Oh, what?
I ate something else. Twice cooked pork.
Oh, for God's sake. Why the hell are you shouting about that? Wait a minute. Twice cooked pork.
What is it?
Oh, well, that just reminded me of something.
Reminded you of what?
This might seem hard to believe it.
Bullshit.
Oh, come on. At least let me tell you first. All right. I explained how we'd found a room called the GAULEM Bay on the other side of the green door, and how we'd met a robot there named GAULEM, who told a very interesting story.
I see. So the Golem guy was turned off just when he was about to tell you something.
Right. Yeah.
So the last thing he said was, see, right in the middle of...
Yeah.
Right in the middle. Middle could be from Middle Kingdom, which is another name for China.
Well, this was utterly pointless.
Really? I don't think so.
Please explain.
Well, maybe he was trying to say that this game is like the Chinese room. In other words...
Oh, hello.
Sigma, Phi! There you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Okay, sorry. We have a tendency to get distracted talking to each other. It happens. What's going on?
Something bad. Something really bad.
Well, come on, spill it.
Alice is... Just come with me.
Oh, dear.
She's in the crew quarters.
Well, shoot. All right, everybody, book it. Still can't skip. Hello? Is Alice dead again? Yeah, Alice is dead again. What? No, this isn't real. All I could hear were Zero's words echoing in my ears. Your heart stops, your bracelet comes off. If you've never been in turbulence, it's hard to explain. You feel the sudden alien weightlessness of a long fall, and for just a moment you're painfully aware of the fact that you are thousands of feet above the earth in a flimsy machine made by fallible men, kept aloft by a scientific principle that nobody actually understands. If you've never seen a friend dead, it's hard to explain, but it's a little like that. Okay. I knelt down beside Alice's body and pressed a shaking hand to her throat. No pulse. Her skin had already turned pale. The thing in front of me looked like a human being, but it wasn't a human any longer. But it wasn't being a human any longer. Sorry. Why had this happened? I knelt there for several long moments, staring blankly ahead. My throat burned and my chest was tight, but I forced myself to take 3 progressively calmer breaths, then stood. I clenched my fist, took one last breath, and turned. Who found her first?
Me. I was looking for Quark on floor B and couldn't find him. So I came back here and, well, you know the rest. Hey,
Right.
what's that look supposed to mean? You better not be thinking I did it.
Well, suspicion often falls on the first to discover a crime.
Kay is right.
Fuck that. She'd already been murdered when I got here.
How do you know she was murdered?
What? Come on, it's obvious. She's got a knife sticking out of her chest. Does that
Fair.
look like an accident or a suicide to you?
I mean, it's possible.
How do you know the weapon was a knife?
What?
All you can see from here is the handle. For all
Right.
you know, it could have been an ice pick or some kind of tool.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true, but I mean, come on. Who wouldn't look at that and assume it's a knife?
I
And
guess
it's
he's
not
got a
fair to
point.
suspect someone just because they happen to be the first one to find the body. If you
Well,
want to be like that, then the last person to see Alice is the person you should be looking at.
Who was the last person to see her?
I need to go tell Alice. You guys go on ahead.
Alice, why? This wasn't supposed to happen. You promised me we'd catch them together. Don't do this.
Clover?
Trust them anymore. It could have been any one of them.
Oh dear. Clover's gonna start breaking down
They
again.
killed you, Alice.
Mentally.
I can't forgive them for that. I'm going to get revenge. I'll find out who killed you. And I'll...
Hey, Clover.
Shut up! Don't you talk to me! I'm sorry, Alice.
Her voice shook as she spoke. Before anyone could say anything, she turned and ran out of the room.
Wait! Clover, come back!
Tenmyoji took off in pursuit, and I made to follow when...
It's pointless. Even if you caught up to her, she'd never tell you anything.
Right.
Think it through. There are 2 possibilities. Either Clover killed her, or she didn't. If
Right.
the former is true, then I doubt she would confess. If the latter is true, then I imagine she'll be just as reticent.
Right.
After all, Alice and Clover seem to know each other.
Yeah.
In
Definitely.
fact, they seem quite close.
Right.
It seems safe to assume that Clover is currently very suspicious of all of us.
Yeah, I can imagine
I
that.
doubt she would open up to anyone right now.
Fair.
You seem pretty calm. Did you do it?
Not again. Well, if you really want to suspect me, please, go ahead. I'm beginning to feel rather accustomed to it. I
Right.
would ask you to consider my motive for killing Alice. Specifically, the fact that I have none.
Fair.
Well, yes, but none of us do. None of us have ever met Alice before, right? So why would we want to kill her?
Good questions.
You are correct. But only if the murder had a motive beyond, well, murder.
Fair. What do you
Do you
mean?
remember when we found the old woman? It seemed clear that her killer was Zero Senior, and that they were one of us.
Right.
There is every reason to think the same person murdered Alice.
Okay.
Perhaps this person plans to kill us one by one. Perhaps the entire nonary game is just window dressing. Perhaps
Right.
the only reason we are here is so that Zero Senior can kill us at his leisure, in a world of his own creation.
That is quite the theory.
Why would anyone do such a horrible thing?
Because they're crazy.
Presumably, because they enjoy killing. Zero Senior seems to be rather disturbed.
Fair. Hold on a minute. That doesn't mean they're one of us. There could be a 10th person hiding out somewhere.
No.
Oh, well, why
There's
not?
no way Zero Jr. wouldn't notice that. And if he did notice, I really don't think he'd just let something like that slide.
Okay.
But isn't Zero Jr. just an AI without a body? What could he do?
Maybe. But Zero Senior has a body. You
Right.
think they'd really just let a 10th unwanted participant just run around murdering people?
Fair. Well, what if the 10th person is Zero Senior?
Not possible. At least not so long as we assume Zero Jr.'s statement to be the truth. Do
Okay.
you remember? He made it quite clear that the real Zero was one of us.
Fair enough. I thought about what Kay had said. If the killer was Zero Senior, then who could be the killer? Dio? Luna? Kay, perhaps? Or maybe Clover? There was always Tenmyoji. Fi, maybe? No, it couldn't be her. I had been with Fi the whole time we were looking for Quark. There was no way she could have slipped away to stab Alice in the chest. Wait a minute. There was one person I'd forgotten. Quark. It seemed like a bit of a stretch to think a kid could kill someone of Alice's size, though. That meant there were 5 real suspects. Dio, Luna, Kay, Clover, and Tenmyoji. Where had Quark gone?
10 minutes remain.
Oh, dear.
Until Ambidex game polling closes.
Okie doke.
All players, please enter your votes.
Right.
If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Okie doke.
Apparently Zero doesn't feel like this is worth stopping the game for. A
Fair.
blunt but effective way to make the point.
Yeah. What do you
We
mean?
should get to the warehouse. It seems clear he feels no compunction about killing us, should we disobey the rules.
Right.
As such, I recommend we follow them.
Yeah, you got a point. The others filed out of the room. I turned to face Alice. Alice, I'll find out who did this to you. I promise. I felt my stomach settle back into its normal configuration, and the fire in my chest melted the icy hand from my spine. I stood up straight, gave Alice one last nod, and walked after the others, leaving my regrets lying on the cold floor. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, oh gosh, we have to,
Hey, look. 2 of the AB gates are closed already.
Probably Tenmyoji and Clover.
Wasn't he a pair? Doesn't Quark need to go with him?
As long as one person in each pair is there, it should be okay.
right.
Sharing their destiny, huh?
Pretty much.
That's good news for you, Sigma.
Right.
After all, you're a pair, but your partner is, well, I'd rather not say it.
Yeah, I know.
Good luck for you, huh, Luna?
What? I don't understand what you mean.
Well, if Alice was still alive, you'd have a hard time choosing Betray. She only had 1 BP left.
Right.
If you'd picked Betray, you could have killed her. Of course, that's not really a problem now.
But Luna would
Stop
never
that,
pick
Dio.
Betray.
I would have chosen Ally regardless.
Right.
I mean, Sigma's going to be my opponent.
Right.
I trust him.
Oh gosh, I hate these moments because kind of part of the game is just getting everything. Even the bad. I mean, technically you don't have to get the game over endings, but then you look at your flowchart and there's still question marks, and it's just like, well, this sucks. But we're gonna have to do it at some point because that's how I'm playing the game. So, you see this, and Luna, who is the most innocent and wonderful person ever, and she's just like, I trust him. And it's just like, oh no, it's in a moment, well, in a slightly future date, I have to pick Betray after seeing this sweet face and this declaration of trust. Really? Sorry,
Now,
I
this is
really like
interesting.
Luna. I'm like,
If one of you guys
just
picks
like,
betray,
it hurts.
You're gonna get a show.
yeah.
Ignore him. How do you and Phi plan to vote?
You even gotta ask? Ally. Of course. Right, Phi?
I don't know about that. It's a difficult question.
Okay.
Well, if we choose ally and Kay chooses the opposite, then he'll have 9 points. He can go through the number 9 door whenever he wants.
Right.
But it's not as simple as just choosing betray either. If
Right.
Kay decides to ally for some reason, then you'd end up with 9 points.
Fair enough.
So we should both choose ally. Seems easy to me.
You're planning on betraying me, aren't you, Dio?
Oh,
As soon
absolutely.
as you go through that door, it will be only the two of you in that room.
Right.
No doubt you could overpower Phi, if you had the desire to.
Right.
Give me a little credit. No one has more gentle points than me. You think someone of my stature would resort to violence? The nerve.
Oh, you absolutely would.
What?
This is just a thought, but why don't all of you promise to choose betray? Then you wouldn't have to worry about anything. If you knew the other person was going to betray you, you'd have no choice but to do the same.
Okay.
That seems pretty negative for you, Luna.
I'm sorry.
Nothing to apologize for. We appreciate your suggestion and we'll take it into consideration.
Right.
But unfortunately, I don't think it's a very good idea. See, my goal is to beat this game.
Right.
Phi.
Maybe that wasn't the best way to put it. When I say I want to beat it, I mean defeat it. Completely.
You know, fair.
I want to get us all
I get
out
you.
of here.
Yeah, exactly. One of us is dead, though.
We haven't beat the
So that's a
notary game
problem.
until we're all out of this place.
There is one of us dead, though.
Guess we won't all be getting out anymore, though.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Alice?
Yeah. At any rate, all of us choosing betray every time is hardly ideal.
Right.
We'd never escape.
Yeah. Then what are you going to do?
Kay needs to choose ally. It's the only way.
How will you make sure I do that? I have no guarantee that she'll choose ally as well.
Would you do it if I could give you that guarantee?
Well, yes, I suppose so.
Okay.
You promise?
Yes.
Good. Let's do this. Dio,
Kick him in the face. Kick him in the face.
Huh?
there's someone behind you.
What?
The moment Dio turned his head, Phi was off. With seemingly superhuman strength, she leapt through the air, across the room, and through the AB gate.
Fuck! You bitch! God damn it, Phi! Open this fucking door!
I love it when Dio gets outsmarted. He pounded on the door, screaming, but it showed no sign of opening again.
Fuck!
He gave the door one last slam for good measure, then ran to the next open one.
Invalid pair detected. Please retry with valid partner. Members of a pair cannot vote in separate rooms.
Okay.
What? Why the fuck not? This is against the rules. How am I supposed to vote?
I love the fact that they add ... to the announcer. It's just like Dio's screaming at the sky and it's just like, no.
This is bullshit.
I see. This is how Phi can guarantee your choice. Dio can't vote now, so the chance that Phi will choose ally just went way up. After all, if you pick ally and she betrays you, then
Dio will have 9 points.
But don't you think
Exactly.
Phi might be worried that Kay will break his promise? After all, if he can be pretty sure that Phi is going to choose ally, then...
You
Right.
needn't worry. Her plan is very clever. I will definitely choose ally.
right. I don't know if I believe you, but right.
2 minutes remaining.
Oh gosh, we should probably
until
get in there.
We don't have much time left.
Right.
Let's go.
Right.
Okay. Sigma?
Yeah.
You are going to choose ally, right?
Yeah. Of course. We both have 5 BP right now. Even if I did betray you, I'd only get 3 points. That's not enough to escape. So I'd have to wait until the next round anyway. Make sense?
Oh, I see.
Huh?
Nothing. Never mind. Anyway, you promised. You have to choose ally.
Right, I will. This is why I hate voting against Luna, because it's just like, oh no. As soon as you have to pick the other option, you're just filled with this dread of, I have to see Luna very disappointed at me.
Closes.
Right. I just want to look at the flowchart real quick. Huh. Okay, so one of these leads to a shorter end, or one of these probably extends further, and it's just being a secret. Yeah. Honestly, next time I might choose Betray just to see what happens. Just to get that out of the way first, because generally, pretty much every single time, yeah, ally is always on the left. So what I'm thinking, the right one is a bad end. That's almost certain. What likely happens is there's some shenanigans, and in one route someone picks ally, like probably when we pick ally, K picks ally, but if we pick Betray, K picks Betray as well, which means K gets away, K, picks Betray, escapes, and leaves us all trapped. But if we pick ally, then he picks ally, and then the story continues. It's just not showing that to keep things a secret. So I think next episode, because we're going to cut the episode off here, next episode, we will go ahead and choose Betray first to get that heartbreak out of the way, and then we'll go on and choose the ally. So that's my plan. So look forward to that next time. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.